What's up, guys? Devin here with the Rollout Podcast, back here to talk about my Draftkings plays for the 2023 Genesis Invitational. I'm pretty excited for this one. I'm going to go a little bit heavier than I typically do this week because I'm feeling like the process is there. And, I'm really excited for this week. It's going to be fun. I get to use my $307 ticket that I won 2 weeks ago for a spot at the Tournament of Champions. So, yeah, it's fun. So, I think I'm going to be heavier this week, and I'm really excited for this week. So, let's just jump in and get talking about this week's DraftKings slate. So, here at the Genesis Invitational, one big storyline. The cat is back. Tiger Woods is back. And it's good to see him playing. We're not going to see a lot of Tiger Woods anymore. And for me, it kind of sucks because I have just recently got into golf and within the last 3 years. It was definitely a COVID thing for me. I started playing golf during COVID quarantine. I started betting and playing DFS golf while we were in quarantine because there was nothing else to play. I was playing League of Legends, DFS, and golf DFS. And I actually was doing good at League of Legends. It's just there's so many people that have the same lineup at the top that you end up, with like the same lineup with a lot of people. So, sorry, my dog is playing with the toy. So yeah, I haven't really got to see Tiger play, and then the few times I have watched Tiger play, they're not the best circumstances. He can't walk. He makes the cut, and his leg just can't handle the walking, and so we haven't seen him for a little bit. And if he says he can go, hey, it's exciting. So, sorry, I gotta take that toy away from her, or she's gonna keep squeaking it the whole time we're trying to talk here. So, it's exciting to see Tiger. Do I think he's gonna do good? No. If you look, he's never, even in his prime, not been that good at this event. So I won't be playing Tiger. I won't be betting on Tiger. You will see no Tiger action from me. So I will happily watch him play, but I will not be taking part in having him in my DFS lineups or betting on him. So, looking at everyone else. Let's start, before we get into that, let us talk about Riviera Country Club. It's a par 71, and it is 7,322 yards. It is an interesting course. It's very undulating. Greens are very undulating. You're going to see a lot of guys miss putts from 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot. So, just because you guys, you're looking at the PGA Tour app and it says you guys stuck it to 3 feet, hey, don't feel safe. That's all I'll say. The cool thing about this course is number one is a 503 yard par 5, which is very gettable. It's almost, I think if I remember correctly, it is the second easiest par 5. Behind one of the par 5s at Wildlife for the Sony Open. And then also number 10 is a drivable par 4. If you want to look at this real quick with me. So 10's a drivable par 4. Very risk reward. I remember last year watching guys try to drive it, and then they just could not they just could not get up and down to put themselves in a birdie position. And, if you end up in the wrong spot, it could be really bad for you. So, yeah, you got a 6.4% eagle rate on the par 5 503-yard hole 1. And it's a 60% birdie rate. So you're going to see a lot of scoring at that hole. And you're also going to see some scoring at 10 and 11 and 4, 6, and 17. But otherwise, there you see there's a lot of holes here that have high bogey percentages here. 2 has a 25% chance of a bogey. 4 has a 26% chance. 8 has a 22% chance. 12 has a 28% chance. 15 has a 27% chance. And 18 has a 24% chance. So there's a lot of places to lose strokes here. And so some of the key statistics that I want to look at are around the green play. So general around the green play and sand saves, because there's a lot of bunkers on this course. One of the par 3s has a pot bunker in the middle of the green, so it's a very interesting course. It's going to be really key to get it up and down from around the green and get it as close to the pin as you can, so that you don't have to worry about having a 5-foot putt that breaks insanely, or it's bumpy and it just bounces off of the line. So around the green is going to be important. Bogey avoidance is going to be important. This isn't going to be a high scoring affair. I think your winner is probably going to be somewhere around 12, 13, 14 under is my guess. So bogey avoidance is key, and driving distance is huge here. The fairways here are very hard to hit. Everybody's going to struggle. Even the shorter hitters that are more accurate are going to struggle to hit the greens or hit the fairways here. So driving distance, getting as close to the hole off the tee as you can, and just getting your way up there is going to be a big advantage, because everybody's going to be missing fairways. So advantage to the long hitters. So getting into the pricing and where everybody's at, we're going to start from the 11 to 9K range again. I also want to talk real quick. Last week I just kind of went back and skimmed through the video where I talked about everybody. So my main single entry lineup and lineup that I used in satellites and qualifiers, I had Tony Finau, Xander Schauffele, Taylor Montgomery, Taylor Pendrith, Lucas Herbert, and who was the 5th? Oh man, I gotta look real quick because it's gonna bug me. Lucas Herbert. Oh, who was the other one? Oh, Jonathan Vegas. So Saturday it looks good, and then Sunday it looked terrible. I had a 5 of 6. Taylor Montgomery missed the cut. There's a few ways I could have went with the lineup. I was happy with the Jonathan Vegas play. Taylor Pendrith was kind of a miss. Lucas Herbert showed some promise, but was still kind of a miss. Tony Finau and Xander Schauffele were up there. Tony was like in the top 15, tied at like 13 or something like that. Xander ended up like tied 8th. He was in the top 10. I talked about Sung Jae. I said my 3 favorite plays in the 10K range were Tony Finau, Xander Schauffele, and Sung Jae Im. Sung Jae Im was up there in the top 10 as well. So not bad for what I picked there. Obviously John Rahm and Scotty Scheffler were at the top of the leaderboard. I said I liked Rory. Rory didn't do so well, so kind of missed on that. And then one mistake I made, and if I would have went with the opposite, like the other option that I said, I would have cashed all my single entry lineups, and I would have been a little bit better off. But in the video, I was talking about how I didn't really like the 8K range, but I liked Taylor Montgomery because of his, his driver and his putting. And I said the other person I liked was Tyrrell Hatton, and I said I liked him a little bit because of the way he was playing overseas. Now in my lineup, my single entry and satellite qualifier lineup, I went with Taylor Montgomery. I had the salary to where I could have swapped to Tyrrell Hatton, and that lineup would have been way better off. But I can't complain. I was all over Johnny Vegas. In the 7K range, I liked Hayden Buckley in the 6K range. Those two did very well. I will admit I did miss big time on Jason Day and Ricky Fowler. I said I wasn't playing them, and I thought there was just no way that they could get there, and they did. Also, the other thing I noticed, it seems like each week I'm a week early on these guys. It seems, at least it did this last week. Nick Taylor, who I played a lot of, ended up in second last week, and Jordan Spieth actually had a good showing last week too. And I had them both at Pebble Beach, and Nick had a T20, and Jordan Spieth obviously almost finished like dead last. So I was just a week early on those guys. That's just crazy to me. So, like I said, the process it seems like it's there, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm having a good time. So let's get into this week. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm going to go a little bit heavier than I typically do. So yeah, anything else that I need to clear up? No, we can move forward. So, in the 11 to 9K range this week, the guys I'm looking at, the funny thing is I'm not looking at Tony Finau this week, and watch it be another case of being a week early and watch Tony Finau go out there and win it this week. That would be my luck. But, look, I think Rahm has shown that he's the real deal. And like a lot of people have said on podcasts and, things I've read, that was not his best this weekend. And he still finished third. So, I like Jon Rahm this week. With the way I'm looking at it right now, it looks like it's going to be hard for me to get to Jon Rahm. But I'm considering it. I'm considering him for my single entry lineups. I'm considering him for that $300-$700 ticket for the Tournament Champions. I'm thinking about him, and watched him chip in for eagle. That was awesome. He just was there, and he just, it was insane. So I like Jon Rahm, but he's not one of my three favorite plays. You know what? No, he is. Jon Rahm is my first play in the 11 to 9K range. And then my second play is going to be Justin Thomas, who has a good history around this course. He, the approach play seems to kind of look like it's coming back around a little bit. Justin Thomas is great around the green. He's great out of bunkers. My headset died. But yeah, so I like Justin Thomas a lot. He hits it a good distance. He's good with his wedges. So I like Justin Thomas this week, and he really showed that he can compete this week. Because he ended up crawling up the leaderboard last week on Sunday for, a fifth place finish. So that was good for him. And then the other guy I like is Max Homa at 9,700. He didn't have the best performance at the Waste Management, but I'm going to say it again. When I said it when he won, We bet on him. We played him in our lineups. California kid. Great on POA. He's great off the tees. He's got distance. He can. His wedge play is awesome coming in, and his around the green is decent. And you know what? The California kid might pull it off again. So I like Max Homa. If I had a fade in this range, I think it's gonna be Tony Finau, and that hurts me to say because I love Tony, but. I watched a lot of Tony this week, and his putter fell him so hard this week. And if his putter fails him this week at the Genesis, he's going to be out of the tournament right away. He's got to be able to avoid 3 putts. He's got to be able to knock down these, par-saving putts that are 5 foot that are scary, and I'm worried that he's not going to be able to do that. So, Tony Finau is my fade. Moving down to 8K range. Now, I think what I'm going to do so far when I'm looking at it is I think I'm going to go 1 person up top, and I'm going to go like 2 here in the 8K range, and then like 3 in the 7K range. I think that's what is going to end up happening. So, I really like this 8K range. Really like it. It's exciting. When you see some of the names here. And the first play that I have in the 8K range, right here at the top, is Victor Hovland at 8-9. He's great. He's been great the last 2 years here. Both T5 or better. Something about this course, he bombs it. His around the green game is kind of scary. Putter can be kind of scary, but it seems to be getting a little bit better recently. And I really like Victor Hovland this week, and I'm hoping that people might be like, "Oh, we didn't play that well last week," and move on from him. So I like Victor a lot. So I'm gonna have 4 plays here because there's just so many guys that I really like here. The next guy that I really like in the 8K range is Jason Day. Now listen, I was a Jason Day hater last week. But this stretch of golf that Jason Day is in is insane. And he has the history here at the Genesis. He's in great form right now. He looks healthy. If you can see here in my model, he's ranked 6th. He's ranked 6th off the tee, strokes gained off the tee. He's ranked 11th in strokes gained on approach. He's number 1 in bogey avoidance, and he's number 10 in the proximity 150 and 175. And he's decent. He's decent out of the sand, and he's decent around the green. He's got the all-around game right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if he wins this week. And guess what? You'll hear about him in the betting show. So I really like Jason Day at 8,400. The next guy I really like is Matthew Fitzpatrick at 8,300. I think he might go a little overlooked this week, and he plays harder courses very well. He's not necessarily the best iron player, but look at the rest of his numbers. Except for don't look at the proximity numbers and don't look at the approach, because then you're like, whoa, what the hell? He's good around the green, good out of the sand. He is 19th off the tee, strokes gained off the tee. He's 19th strokes gained par 5, which is going to be important. He's 9th in bogey avoidance. So he's really hitting some of the key areas that we're looking at. And so I like him. It's a harder course, and Matthew Fitzpatrick seems to excel in the harder events. Moving down, the last guy that I really like here in the 8K range is Adam Scott. I haven't seen him for a little bit. He's at 8K flat. I wouldn't go off of what you see here on the screen for him and his numbers, because my model is for the last 24 rounds. But Adam Scott has a great history here. He's good at the the courses that can compare to the Genesis. Like, excuse me, every time I do these videos, I get tired for some reason. Like Augusta, Quail Hollow. So I really like Adam Scott. I think I think a lot of people are going to like him this week. And there's something about these Australians at this course that they all really like it. Adam Scott has said that he likes this course because it reminds him of the courses back at home in Australia. So I really like Adam Scott this week. So there's 4 plays in the 8K range, just because I really like this 8K range this week. And moving down to the 7K range. So remember how I said I was the hater of Jason Day, and I've been proven wrong, and I'm in on him this week. Yeah, it's going to be the same thing for Ricky Fowler. Ricky has shown it, and look, he has a great course history here. He's coming in great form. I don't necessarily, like the numbers that I'm seeing here. He's ranked 36 in my model, but at 7,900, I got to find some plays here. And Ricky could be a good pivot off of Wyndham Clark, even though I really like Wyndham Clark, and it sounds like a lot of people like Wyndham Clark. He's rating out very well, and I think he's going to be very chalky. But if we get different other places, you can eat this Wyndham Clark chalk. Knock it off. Stop. Sorry about that. So yeah, I like Wyndham Clark this week a lot, even though he's going to be chalky. Some other guys that I like in this range are down at the lower end. So I really like Kurt Kitayama this week. I like this around the green number. I like this driving distance number. He's good out of sand, decent on approach, and he's good at on par 5 scoring. So I really like Kurt Kitayama at 7,100. Gonna need a little salary relief to get up to these 8K and John Rahm, and I like it. I don't want to dip into the 6K range that much because it's not a strategy that I think has been working out that well. And so I am good with Kurt Kitayama. And then the last guy I really like is Patrick Rogers. He ranks 11th. Stop. He ranks 11th in my model. Another California guy, really good on POA. He ranks 7th in around the green, 15th in driving distance, 23rd in strokes gained off the tee, 18th in par 5 scoring. And what I really like is he had a really, really good round on Sunday at the Waste Management. And shot up the leaderboard. I think he shot like 7 or 8 under. It was insane. He's also good out of the sand, and he's decent with the bogey avoidance. So I really like Patrick Rogers, and he also has a great course history here. It seems to get it done here. So I really like him. 6K plays, like I said, I'm not going to be dipping down here too much, but 3 guys that I like are, I like Alex Smalley at 6,900, ranks 19th in my model. 7th in bogey avoidance. He's good on par 5 scoring. Good in the proximity 175 to 200. Doesn't seem to be too good out of the sand, which is probably hurting his around the green numbers. And so I'm okay with Alex Smalley. But like I said, I'm not going down in this range a lot. Another guy that is a good look here is James Hahn. He's 1 here. He has a great course history here. Numbers wouldn't say he would be good here, but for some reason he just kind of gets it done. And then the last guy that I like was way down here. Where is he? Callum Tarrant, 38th in my model. He's 9th in driving distance. He's 2nd in proximity 175 to 200. He's not good out of the sand. He's not good at par 5 scoring, even though he's got this distance. He's an okay play if you got to dip low. I'm not too confident in it, but he's there. If you need to go that low, I would suggest not going that low this week. You don't need to. So, all right, so that's going to wrap up this week. I see we got to 10 subscribers this week. So remember, when we get to 50 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway. I think we're going to give away like $25 on, PayPal, Venmo. If you want to do a lineup together, we can do that. However you want to do it. $25 when we get to 50 subscribers. So remember to comment who is your favorite 8K range play this week, because I'm very interested in that, because that seems to be my favorite range this week. And subscribe so we can get to that 50 and we can grow this channel a little bit. All right, guys. The video helped you out. I hope it did. I hope we all win some money this week, and I'll see you guys next week for DraftKings plays for the Honda. Yep, Honda. Getting into Florida.